Hey guys, so today I'm doing a product review of the Knotty Boy Emergency Dreadlock Removal Kit. When I got my dreadlocks, I wasn't really sure what I wanted, and they didn't turn out that great, but I'm going to try and take them out and put them back in. So, first off, it's got two parts to it. You have the removal shampoo and damage control conditioner. First off, I don't know what white grapefruit and hemp seed is supposed to smell like, but that just reminds me of school glue. The conditioner, though, that smells good enough to eat. I just want to eat that crap. So the directions basically say you soak your dreadlocks in very warm water for 10 minutes. You thoroughly shampoo them section by section, and then you work in the conditioner and coming out with a strong comb. So I'm gonna go run a bath and get started, and I'll be back to tell you what they're like. So 4 days later, and they're all gone. It really did take the full 4 days to get them out. It says it's an emergency kit. You'd want to know that emergency pretty well in advance. I had to use this comb, which is a flea comb, but you are going to need a strong metal comb. Now if you use a dreadlock comb, you'll see that, the bristles are way smaller, and they started breaking. So I had to go get this, which did awesome, but still ended up, that's really tough, and one or two of them are bent out of shape. There are a couple of things that are going to determine how long it'll take you to get your dreadlocks out. There's how long your dreadlocks are, how mature they are, how bumpy and loopy they are, whether you've blunted the tips, and if you've overwaxed. That's not if you've used wax. I use wax, and most of my dreadlocks came out fine. There was a couple of them where I'd overwaxed, and it just made it a bit harder. How long your dreadlocks are is obvious. The longer they are, the longer it's going to take. How mature they are, if you have rock solid dreadlocks, I don't know how long it's going to take you to get them out, but mine were pretty tough near the ends, and it took me a long time. At my fastest, I was going about a dreadlock an hour. If you have lots of bumps and loops, it's going to slow you down as well, because it just means the hair isn't knotting straight up. It's going in weird ways, and you have to pick hair out from the side. It gets annoying. Whether you've blunted the ends, it just adds a couple of minutes. There's going to be a knot at the end rather than it just going out wispy. And in terms of wax, I used wax to put my dreadlocks in, and for the most part there was no wax left in my hair. There's nothing solid down the middle. There was no extra dirt. Tiny bit of lint in each dreadlock. But there was a few that I had overwaxed, and they took way longer to get out. And that's my fault. Wax doesn't damage your hair, doesn't make it dirty, doesn't stay in there forever and ever. So just make sure you don't put too much wax in your hair. Some tips for if you're taking your dreadlocks out is always have your dreadlocks wet. If you feel them start to dry up, it gets a hell of a lot harder to comb through them, and it's just not worth the extra fuss. Have like a glass or something, and you can just dip the dreadlock in, and it's wet again, and it makes it much, much easier. I mentioned earlier about having a strong comb. Definitely get a metal one, because I used a plastic one for one or two dreadlocks, and the pins just bend out of the way, and you're basically combing around your dreadlock. It does you no good. Get a good strong metal one with thin enough combs, but not so thin they're going to break. I'm not going to lie, it hurts. But, not much more than when you get your dreadlocks in, so you'll be fine. Final verdict, it definitely works. There's not a hope in hell I could have got my dreadlocks out without the use of some kind of product. Now, I don't know what other shampoos and conditioners are going to do, but the Knotty Boy removal kit definitely helped a hell of a lot. And I would recommend it to anyone trying to get their dreadlocks out, because cutting your hair isn't cool. I asked on Facebook whether I should cut my dreadlocks out or redo them, and one person out of, I don't know how many replies I got, one person said I should cut them out, and that person hasn't seen me with my dreadlocks. Says something. Dreadlocks are cool. Don't get rid of them. Now you're going to need to set aside a couple of days maybe to get this done, because seriously there's no way you're pulling this off overnight. But if you need to get your dreadlocks out, I recommend the Knotty Boy Dreadlock Removal Kit. You get it at knottyboy.com. Links in... where do they put the links these days? You can get it at knottyboy.com. The link will be somewhere around this video. But for now, that's it.